Hello everyone, Shinto here playing some more Warhammer combat cards, and we are at the start of the Halloween event, which is going on for several days. We got a new background, and the color scheme has changed on the UI. We got the new Halloween Battle Pass, which is definitely really good value, although I'm going to hold off on purchasing it until maybe later on in the season, and then maybe I'll just open all the rewards at once, because I don't really need any of the things on here immediately. Battle Pass definitely still the best bang for your buck, though, if you play the game regularly. During this Halloween event, you do have a chance of getting some special 3-hour victory packs, as you can see down there. This one is the Treat pack, which I believe has 5 times as many rewards. There's also Trick packs, which have just double rewards. I'm going to go ahead and pop this one open, spending a few plasma, and we'll see how many pages of cards we get from this. So, just 2 pages, apparently? Now, is that really 5 times as many rewards? Did get a legendary. That is the regular version of Gazgothraka, the Warlord. That didn't really seem like 5 times as many rewards. Okay, well, I'll take it though. But yeah, we have a couple of special campaigns throughout this week. The first one, which is going to be ending pretty soon, is a collaboration with Play on Tabletop. And this one apparently gets really hard towards the end. I've been sort of breezing through it just with this Logan deck, running a bunch of the most powerful legendary cards. You can draw from both Space Marines and Servants of the Emperor. Lots of really strong melee options for sure. And for the modifiers, everything's at max level, got 400 points. But the unique thing about this one is the Unexpected Reinforcements modifier, where you get 3 random bodyguards added to your deck. And those can either have Medicae or a reverse death blow that heals the enemy units. So those are quite interesting. But because it's randomized, it can either help you out a lot by giving you like 3 extra Medicaes, or potentially just healing the enemy 3 times, which can be very detrimental, of course. The next campaign that is coming up is Horde mode. Not really my favorite game mode. We are playing as Tyranids, though, against Servants of the Emperor, and the nice thing about this one is that not only do you get the rewards from this reward track, but you also get ranked rewards at the end of the campaign as well. And you also progress even if you lose matches. This one also is modified by the Unexpected Reinforcements. I'm going to go ahead and play just one match here. And I'll be playing level 18, which is up against Supreme Commander Ghosar, who is very strong. But I found that Morvenn Vahl, Supreme Commander Morvenn Vahl, is a good counter to Ghosar, because you get those faith tokens every time you kill something, which is going to be a lot of times in this campaign where the enemy has so many bodyguards. So going through the list, we've got Celestine with Inspiring Presence and Endless, we got Mephiston and Asterath the Grim, and Chaplain Morris, lots of fear in here. We've got Curtis Hicks with the Big Game Hunter, Chaplain Grimaldus, we've got this Inquisitor with fear and target acquired, the new Brother Corbulo, Sanguinary Priest with Medicae. So no shields, but lots of fear for damage reduction that should combo well with the special rule. Now, starting off here, we have the initiative, so we get to take the first turn. We start off with 2 of those faith tokens, and I've got both of the special unique reinforcements, the Cherubim with Medicae, and then the Poxwalker with Death Bloom, healing the enemy. So I put down Curtis Hicks, but then they counter with that one Gene Stealer guy with Taunt, and he has a ton of health, so pretty difficult to get through that at max level with all that damage reduction. I put down the Cherub for the healing, but then they put down the Kellamorph with target acquired, and don't want that guy targeting Curtis Hicks, that's for sure. Put down Brother Corbulo, which is not really ideal. The Cherubim only has 5 health, so you have to be careful that it doesn't get sniped before the healing goes off. But because I deployed it first, we do get the healing there. Then it dies. Luckily, the target acquired just fizzled, and I got a bunch of healing on Hicks and Corbulo. So the first turn here can't actually do that much damage against the taunt, so I just go for the psychic option to ready up a little bit. And then throughout this match, you'll see the faith tokens go off, either preventing damage, reducing the damage by 75%, or increasing the damage by 75% on my guys. The Death Bloom goes off The reason I put that one there was just because I figured, these are not very strong cards, so I don't really mind them getting healed a little bit. The Faith tokens increased the damage there, but it didn't have much of an impact. And that's kind of the issue I found in this match, is that if you have cards with sort of a weaker attack, and then they get buffed by the Faith token, it's not very impactful. And also, a lot of times I noticed you have lethal damage, you have enough to actually kill the enemy, but then the Faith token gets used anyway, like in that case right there with Grimaldus. He could have killed it without getting buffed, so it's kind of wasteful there. But because the enemy is just constantly deploying new bodyguards, I am constantly getting those Faith tokens, so it's not that big a deal if I waste a few here and there. I will see if any of them trigger here, but nope, nothing preventing damage that time. This one does get increased. His counterattack goes up to over 100 damage there, so that was pretty nice. And this Supreme Commander Ghosar deck wasn't actually as crazy as I was expecting, because they're only running Genestealer cults, and a lot of them are these cheap guys. A bunch of newer cards in there, but most of them don't deal that much damage, so yeah. We got the Goliath Rock Grinder deploying there. That's quite a bit of a pretty big Furious Charge. They go for the ranged attack. There the damage got prevented, so 80 damage going down to 20. So that's kind of where it helps the most, I think, those Faith tokens, reducing the incoming damage. It can be pretty huge. And we'll see later on, I think, there was a really crazy one where there was a card that was dealing like almost 400 damage, but then 75% of that damage got reduced, saving my bodyguard. If you tap on the little Faith token icon, you can bring up that explains the whole mechanic behind Supreme Commander Morvenn Vahl. They're dropping some really big range stuff here, so I think maybe, was this where it happened? So they're about to deal some massive damage, yeah. 300 damage there, almost 400 damage from the Ridge Runner, but then it gets reduced to 99, which is massive. That just saved me 300 damage. That's like better than any shield. So that's really where the special rule shines for her. We got, what options here? We got, either damage or target acquired. I think I decided to go with, Chaplain Morris for the Furious Charge there. See if I can bring down that Ridge Runner. We are getting inspired, so a little bit more damage, but we did get debuffed as well from the outflank. So not enough to really kill those guys. Of course, Supreme Commander Ghosar, whenever anything that costs 10 or less dies, he gets another copy of it, a token copy, into the hand. So that's why the number of bodyguards is going down very slowly with Ghosar, because he just keeps generating new cards, and it's taking forever. None of the cards on the field at the moment, though, will be able to be duplicated, because they are all over 10 points. So let's see, what do we go for next? We got Mephiston here, and we got the Magus with poison. That one can deal quite a bit of damage, and unless I get lucky here, I don't think I can kill it in one hit. Go for the melee attack, and I actually do get buffed there, so I do manage to kill that one, so avoiding the poison. That was really nice. Currently at 4 Faith tokens, so that's a 40% chance of it triggering. They're continuing to drop the small fry here. So these are the duplicate, the copies of the cards, so they don't have traits. And then they're going for a pretty big melee attack, 227 damage there, but that gets reduced down to 57, saving Grimaldus, who can counterattack. So that was, again, pretty huge. Speaking of huge, the Warlord himself is getting really massive. So that is one kind of crazy thing, because Ghosar himself, he's got Fear and Inspiring Presence, so he's quite tough, and he deals more damage than probably any other card in the entire game, at least with this many bodyguards. Like, it's insane. You'll see how big he gets towards the end. We are managing to work him down, though. They only got a couple bodyguards remaining, and some of these cards that are deploying will not get copied. Yeah, right there. Ghosar's at 353 melee at the moment. Some damage reduction there, and a little bit of damage increase with the counterattack. They got the big, what is that, the Benefictus or whatever, with the big game hunter. That thing can do a lot of psychic damage. But I don't have too much big game on the field, so. And I've also haven't really lost that many bodyguards overall, so doing pretty well. Let's see how much damage they do this time. They got the target acquired on Grimaldus. The Warp Surge gets reduced, only dealing 23 damage there. I think there's no way Grimaldus is surviving this. 234 psychic there, and then 283. This one does get reduced down to 71. And Mephiston gets the counterattack, and we're about to bring out the Warlord, I think. So we're bringing down Astaroth the Grim with the Furious Charge, and he is getting his damage reduced by the Fear. But we do have enough to clear the whole board and nab some more faith tokens while we're at it. And that gets increased unnecessarily. They do get some extra bodyguards though, I think, or at least one. But now they finally have to deploy the Warlord, and he comes out last, which means he has the maximum number of buffs. But the bodyguards flanking him are very weak, so he can't actually do that much. And yeah, just taking a look at the stats on him, look at that, 437 psychic, 524 melee. It's insane. It does get reduced though, because of the Fear from Astaroth the Grim. Also, the Faith token triggers, so it only deals like 90 damage. Pretty crazy how much, and then the counterattack gets buffed up to 132. So yeah, you can just see how powerful this special rule is. And then Supreme Commander Morvenn Vahl herself is extremely powerful too. She's got like Fear and Inspiring Presence. So, you know, she'll do pretty well on the field, but don't even need to bring her out. Mephiston can end the game here with the psychic attack. So yeah, shows you the power of this Warlord. Definitely one of the strongest options for this event. Unfortunately, she is not available for purchase at this time. There was someone in my clan who said they were able to beat this level with Captain Akaran and some Lords of War. I'm not sure who else would be. I mean, Logan Grimnar might have been able to win that one. But I think the biggest issue though is probably at the end of the game when the Warlord deploys, you know, dealing, you saw how big that thing was. There's not much that can survive that, you know, if it comes down to you having to deploy your Warlord against Supreme Commander Ghosar. Anyway, let me know how the campaign is going for you. Did you actually make it to the end? Or if not, where did you get stuck? But hope you enjoy the rest of the Halloween events. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.